Aries, good morning, how are you? So, yeah, we're going to just be looking into your weekly, and then I'm going to be doing some teaching stuff and then some stuff on YouTube as well. So if you are a part of the teaching tier, look out for the new videos that are going to be coming very soon. There'll probably be one today maybe, but definitely tomorrow and more than likely the next day as well, okay? That's for you guys that are on the teaching tier. If you're not and you want to join, we're going to be going into quite a bit actually, because I've been channeling loads of stuff on my phone, basically for things to talk about, messages to go through, and so on and so forth. Okay, so Aries, let's see what you got coming up this week. Aries. You can also watch this as a Scorpio or as a life path 4. Oh, Aries. Breathe, Aries. I'm hearing breathe, struggling to breathe, maybe a CPAP or getting out of breath. I mean, you could have stopped smoking and you're like I'm hearing an inhaler, or some of you could suffer through asthma or something about breathing or breeding. Some of you might want a child, or it's all about your child, all about the boy, something about the boy, Cameron, but always focused on the boy, okay, more than the girl or just the boy. I'm always focused on the boy. So you might have a son or something like that, and you're always focused on the son or the daughter. It depends if you've got one, but I'm picking up like too much attention focused on a family member, unless it's wanted or amber or heard. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or a life path 5 for a lot of you. But focusing a hell of a lot on family is what I'm picking up. Or like you've got a child and you focus on your child constantly, all the time, Lee, Laura, Lucy, Lucifer, or you focus on a parent or something like that. But there's a family situation of focus on family, or like family to child, something like that, whichever way around it is. But there's a hell of a lot of attention on to a child or family member. Okay, now also picking up for you that there could be a lot to do with needing to breathe. So you could be like CPAP, sleep apnea, asthma, okay, or some kind of whatever it is that's needing to breathe, of something that helps you to breathe. That would obviously be an inhaler or a CPAP, but like needing to breathe, I need to breathe, unless you need a breather. So if you need a breather, you might be going away for a little while and you're like, you know what, I need a breather, let's just go away for a couple of days or a week and let's just get away and just go on a very short, long stay. So like, kind of like that, like, well, we'll just go with the wind, see where it takes us, and then we'll stay for a couple of days and then we'll come back, like a weekend away, if you like. Now, I don't know if that's a dirty weekend, I really don't know, because you could be a dirty 30. So some of you are around the age of 30 and you're going on a dirty weekend for a lot of you, okay? I'm also hearing Glenn, so someone from Scotland, or the name Glenn, or anybody that has G in their name, Gary, probably. Gianna, it's J, right? But yeah, G or J, okay, J, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, but also G. So like Gavin, Gary, is what I'm picking up. Stacy, so Steve, Sarah, Sassy, name-wise. Some of you are looking out possibly to try and choose a name for a baby, is what I'm picking up for a lot of you. Like, we're trying to decide on what name to call it. I mean, it could be something about the boy. Someone's pregnant here and they're looking for names of babies. Okay, someone, it might not be you, it could be a family member, and we're focused on the family member and the child, or we're focused on what we're going to call it. Now, it might also be a dog or a cat. Say, for instance, if you're buying an animal, you're focused on the name, okay? Why is a name so important in these messages? We're focusing on a name to call it something. Okay, so Stephen, it might be like a track, a dance track. Like, for instance, me, I make a lot of music and I always try to think, what am I going to call it? Okay, I don't know. So always looking for names. Like when I do YouTube, I always have to think, what am I going to call this thumbnail? What am I going to call it? Okay, so it could be something simple like that if it's not stuff, but a message there is we're looking for a name to call it. Now, when I say it, I always say it's Steve. So someone might be calling something Steve, or calling someone Steve, or calling me. Okay, what do I call him? A pig? I don't know, but I don't know what to call it. Okay, something like that. Call it. Cool Hand Luke. Something to do with the name Luke? Well, that's actually my girlfriend's brother that passed. Luke. So there could be a CPAP here. Well, you just call that CPAP, really. What is this trying to name? I don't know, it could be something like a Numerology or something like that, and we're trying to figure out a name. We're trying to figure out what to call it. That's what they keep saying, we need to figure out what to call it. So I don't know, do you have like a pet hate or a pet animal or a child or something and you don't know what to call it? And I'm also hearing call it, meaning call Steve. Because it meaning Steve and call it. So call it Steve. Well, there you go, there's a message. So what do we call it? Steve. So you might be naming a child or a dog or a cat, whatever, Steve. Well, I wouldn't say call a cat or a dog Steve. But like, I don't know, I'm hearing call it Steve. Okay, call it Steve. So are there any messages there? Hold on a minute. Call it Steve. Call it Steve. Somebody wants to name something Stephen or Steve, or actually physically call me. I don't know what that is, but I need to call Steve is a message that I'm hearing, right? So that could be any of you, anyone else that knows a Steve, or it's going to be me that's called for some reason. I also channel for myself, I am sorry. Okay, I'm also hearing I need to call Steve to tell him I'm sorry. I don't know what that's for. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. So I don't know who that is, but that might be someone calling me or a Stephen to apologise for something. Okay? Again, my name keeps coming up. Well, I do have Aries and Scorpio in my chart. So I don't know. I keep hearing call it Steve. Call Steve. Call the thing Steve. Call me. So I don't know, unless any of you out there are looking for a tarot reading or something like that. But call Steve. I must call Steve. What else am I picking up for you? A breakaway. Getting away for a little while. Having a break. Having a Kit Kat. That's the name, Kit or Cat. Anybody beginning with K? Unless your name is K. Kaylee, Cassandra. That's a C. Anyway. Aries. I don't know what it is with Aries. When I do YouTube, your last video that I put out on YouTube, everybody's other videos, they all go to over 1,000 straight away, roughly straight away. Within the first day or few hours, they hit the 1,000 mark. Aries took a week to get to 600. So I don't know what is going on with me and Aries people on YouTube. I just don't think Aries are finding it so interesting. But yeah, 680, it just really isn't that many, really. So let's see. Aries, what's Aries got coming up this week, please? Aries. The Capricorn. The horn, there you go. So you might be trying to call someone's dick something. Okay, you might actually be calling them a dickhead. Maybe. What do I call them? A dickhead? I don't know, but this is 100% a large dick. So Elijah, Laura. I don't know. Someone's definitely looking up to give up the cock. Is it Cinderella? Cinderella's giving up the cock. Or going up the cock. What's that? Going up the coccyx? Toxic? Toxita? Giving up the toxicity. Okay, so I'm hearing, even though it's here, that I'm giving up things that are toxic in my life, like drinking, alcohol, food, possible like exercising or having sex, even, or Stephen. I don't know. There's like I'm giving up all the things that are toxic. Even though the devil is here, I'm hearing I'm giving up. Okay. Yeah, because the devil is all like food related stuff. It's like, you know, it can be relating to like exercise, food. Why am I hearing termination or terminally ill? Terminal. Like, is it cancer? Is it to do with a Cancerian or a life path 7? Or is it cancer here? That really did come up hugely in the actual readings that I've done for you guys. If you watched it, or done, or Dan, or Pucci, hopefully you're giving up. But like, yeah, I keep hearing giving up. Like I'm trying to stop chasing the dragon. So some of you might be giving up drugs, alcohol, like heroin, something like that, and I'm trying to give up heroin, or I'm like in a long-term recovery. But definitely a message there of I'm trying to give up. But somebody really could be sexually frustrated here, like sexually frustrated, and they might do something out of lust here, out of lust. I always see the devil as, what do you desire, detective? Right, Lucifer Morningstar. So Lucifer. But it's kind of like desire, like I've got desires. And I've also got liars, Elijah, or Lee, or Laura. I've got a liar. Let's see. Aries. So there's the donkey not doing anything. And there's the 6 in reverse. Someone's banging one out over someone's energy here without them knowing it. Here, someone's sexually desiring, like fantasy. But like I'm fantasizing about someone and then touching myself in appropriate or inappropriate ways without not acknowledgement here. I'm just letting you know that if any of you guys feel someone playing with their minke. But like this card has plagued the readings for the last 2 or 3 readings. This is pharmaceutical tablets. I mean, my advice would just be watch the last 2 or 3 readings, because someone's got that number placement or placement of. Okay. Pharmaceutical, drugs, care worker, caring for an elderly patient or a parent or something like that. Parenting skills. I'm also picking up that some of you, this is like a lonely housewife. Like I'm a wife or a husband, but I'm lonely, like within this, because they're always working or they're always away. They could work in a hospital, because there's like 12-hour shift work. Like I work for a hospital, and I'm constantly on call, and I'm addicted to working and also the dick. So it might be someone at work that you're kind of like flirting around with here, or they are. But there's something here where it's obviously not reciprocated. It's not also wanted. I'm also hearing America's Most Wanted. That could be an 8, which would be a Leo or an Aquarian. And I feel like I'm not wanted. And I feel like I don't belong here. And I feel like I don't fit in. It might be some sort of party or something. But I don't feel like I fit in. I feel strained. Strain. Could be doing anything around strenuous backache, or working around like sciatica and all that kind of stuff here. Because I'm hearing like strained back or leg or muscles. Muscle. Someone's like keeps wearing muscle tops. Muscle tops. Muzzle toff? What's that, muzzle toff? That's saying cheers to someone, right? Muzzle toff. But I keep hearing muscle top, where they're always trying to impress someone with their muscles here. Like they're ripped and they would take their top off all the time. And they try to impress someone all of the time here. So I don't know who that is, but I keep hearing like I wear muscle tops in order to impress people. By showing how much I've worked out or something like that. I don't know, someone that's extremely ripped. But it could also be someone that's very vain as well, like vanity. This could be very vain, like, you know, because it can mean like in the hierarchy of beholder, like I'm beautiful and desired and everybody wants me, even though I'm not prepared to put the work in and the effort into going towards it. I don't have to, because everybody comes to me. It's kind of like that. it's also like this, like not having to put much work in. On a good note, not having to really put too much work in, because I know that it comes to me naturally. Like it just comes, or Natalie, but it comes to me naturally. Like I don't have to put much work in. But then again, someone does. You see, it's both. It's both, because through the devil I'm picking up a desired energy of like, well, I don't really have to do too much to get what I want. I just have to stay put and I'll get it. But for some, they don't, or a mum. I don't know, it could be a mother, this could be a grandmother or mother. And this person is always looking after someone and they're like, well, I don't have to do fuck all, really. I just have to sit back and be patient and not do anything and just let them do it all. Okay, so it's something like that. But like I said, that could be a cleaner or a worker or Tina, or someone that works for a family business. Okay, is also, oh, is that you? Amy? I'm hearing, I don't have to do much and I can take my time here because I work for a family business, so I don't have to really do too much. Because this is like someone that serves people, like, you know, hello madam, would you like to come in? Yes, what would you like? Oh, here's your change. Right? Being shortchanged, or like just like bank clerk money and giving people money and, you know, buying consumer marketing. And but this is also like a cleaner and we don't have to do too much. Like, you know, I get there and I'm like, oh, okay, just quickly whip round that and that'll do, and then right, we're off to the next one and we'll just, you know, just sweep it under the carpet and then go to the next one. Or you don't and you're very, very thorough. It's up to you, thorough. I'm also hearing pheromone or therapeutic. Louise. Lucy. Okay, Louise. This is my friend's partner. Is Cancer. He's a Cancer and she's a Sag. Pharmaceutical, because of an influctuation of red and white blood cells. So this could be that. It did come up in the sign of Cancer when I was doing Cancer. There is something about being tested also for Cancer here, possible, because I keep picking up the same messages that I have done in the last 2 or 3 readings. Signs of Cancer, or but there's quite a few here, man. Being tested, okay, could be COVID tested shop. This could be a shop, okay, and like there's a lot of people around. But I'm also picking up like lack of motivation of like, I don't know, I keep picking up like a child that works for, say like you employ a child, okay, and they're in the family and they're younger and they've just left school and they're kind of like, well, it's my dad, it's my mum, I don't have to do anything, like you do it all. Okay, you do all the hard work, you do all the hard lifting, you do the paying and the bills and everything else, and I'll just, you know, sit back and not really do much. Okay, so it might be someone that's just left work and like just left work or just started work. Like just started work and I'm finding it very difficult to get back. I mean, this is also me, man. I'm finding it very difficult to find motivation at the moment because of medication, because of having bipolar. So my energy is up and down and up and down and up and down, man. So like because of bipolar, like I need lithium, but I've got to go through a psychotherapy first. I've got to go through therapist. They are going to give me a call. I'll phone them up and they're going to ring me as soon as they, I don't know, it normally takes 2 weeks over in Britain. And then I've got to go for extensive like mental health checks, and then they can actually prescribe me the right medication instead of a doctor just saying, here's 20 milligrams of citalopram for depression, when really what you've got is bipolar. Here they just basically palm you off now because all the medical services have gone to fucking shit, so you can't get appointments with doctors. When you do, it takes forever and a fucking day to get diagnosed or sorted out where you need to go. So to go to the hospital, it can take months to get to a fucking hospital. This is like taking a very long time to get word of mouth about a diagnosis of some kind of like blood disorder, law and order, eating disorder. This is also an eating disorder that I also go through, but an eating disorder, but I'm finding motivation of trying to stop toxicity. It's also drinking, alcohol, drugs, excessive thoughts, trying to stop it, okay, slowing down a little bit, so it can be slowing down in the amount of consumption of food that I have, so I'm trying to balance it out more by having less than more, okay. Do you know what I'm saying? So you've kind of got diets, pharmaceutical, drugs, eating disorders, bipolar, hospitals, doctors, appointments, figuring out, is it an awakening or is it the fact that I have lack of motivational skills because I'm overweight or underweight, or because like under malnourished here, or over malnourished. You know, they're both equal to loss of energy. But if you have, like I have, which is bipolar, that spends energy within a day or two, and then you hit a major down, okay, and then you've got fuck all energy. That can spiral an eating disorder out of control, especially when you also have, like I do, which is also sleep apnea. What I've discovered so far is that they are all related. They're all relative. Sleep apnea, bipolar, lack of energy, and food disorder all come hand in hand with a diagnosis of a mental health disorder. Okay, so if any of you guys don't know, look into it if you're considering that there might be something wrong, because it could be thyroid, okay, could be thyroid, could be blood related, could be hereditary, stuff like that, okay. If you're worrying about the signs of anything, and you know I've just watched the other signs, okay, like I would specifically say the sign of Cancer this came up in, okay. Now you do also have like this overprotective energy as well, where someone isn't paying attention to hearsay. So I'm not paying attention to what anyone else says, basically, to hearsay. Let's see, Aries this week. So you see someone's this really is so true. I mean, I'm doing my own reading for a part of my own sign, okay. I think that is in my health sector as well. Here, an imbalance of blood cells, an imbalance of too much, too little, not enough, too much, like drugs, alcohol, foods, gym, whichever way it is. There are also people I know that eat obsessively, they work out obsessively, but they eat, but they don't never lose weight because they eat more than they work out. But they work out all the time, but they don't never lose weight. You see, and I do know a lot of people that do also do that, which is a daft shame because they love food and they do work out, but they eat more than they work out. And that's the trouble here. So either way it is, okay, it's all about what comes in, like what goes out. And if you're putting too much in, there has to be more that goes out. Okay, so this is bills now, money, like how much am I spending, how much am I earning, what can I afford to spend, and everything else. It would also be foods, how much am I consuming to how much am I burning, and how much am I burning to how much am I consuming, meaning you can consume more if you work out more and you burn more, okay, or you eat less, okay, eat less and work out less, but some, okay. So a lot of you, it's that kind of thing that you're kind of diving into weight consumptions and stuff like that, and how much does it weigh, how much do I weigh, how much do I eat, how much don't I eat. Could be an eating disorder, could be working out, all of that stuff. That's all health related problems and stuff that you're kind of going through, I feel, Aries. If not, it's a life path 4 or Scorpio, or your partner, or you could be doing it together, or your name is Heather or Haley. Haley, I keep picking up the name Haley. Mills, also Mills. So that is also a working out thingy. Mills, the way you play workout music and you do like dance routine type sort of combat and stuff. So it's sports equipment and things. Some of you might be trying to afford a different sports equipment. Some sports equipment is what I'm hearing, whatever that might be. Trainers, all that sort of stuff. Walking, picking up like walking shoes. These shoes are made for walking, and one day they're going to walk all over you. Okay, so let's take a look at what this is also. Somebody has got a sexual desire that isn't motivated here. They're not motivated, they just have a sexual desire, but they're not motivated to put any work into getting the person. They may know or may not know that the person is... Because this is like breadcrumbing and not giving anything. It's kind of like, I'm not giving you anything. Okay, I'm not giving you nothing at all. No energy, no money, no support. Like, let's see. Aries. This week. There you go. Like, it's all about money, all about the Benjamins here. It's like, I don't know, family members that need looking after, bills, like it is in the UK. Electric and prices of fucking, well, you call it gas, but like petrol, it's all fucking like doubled in price. Like petrol, you know, you put 30 quid in your tank, okay, and you only get to go half as far as you used to. So everything in the UK is doubled, tripled in tax. Okay, and our tax bracket is a hell of a lot more than America, I can assure you that. It's a lot more. Did you realise for a packet of cigarettes it's about 30 quid? 20? I think it is. But yeah, it's really expensive. So it's something to do here around money. Here, money. It's also, like I said, not getting anywhere. It's going to be like sabotage as well, like doing so well and then all of a sudden my mood changes. So be careful of watching my mood change. I won't be aggressive, but this is also, like I said, you can do so well and then all of a sudden, you know, you find yourself in the rabbit hole of trying to pull yourself out of it again, which can feel, you know, feeling low, feeling down, can't work because of bipolar, then you don't earn any money because you haven't got any energy. Okay, which is very fucking difficult, especially if you have a spending habit, which is overindulging of obsession of what else bipolar brings. Okay, because it can be shopping and stuff like that and just buying loads of shit. But yeah, there's this energy that seems to be here of trying to work out what food to have to make me have energy. And then when I don't have energy, I go to the wrong food or I go the wrong way at times. And it's kind of like this path that I'm always trying to choose. But every path I ever seem to choose, I always seem to do so well. And then all of a sudden I take 2 steps back and I try to take a step forward and I try to get there, but then I realise I can't. And then I kind of can and then I can't. And I can't and I can't. I just can't, you know, like that. Someone here might be trying to break a connection with someone and they're like, I just can't, I can't do it. Stop telling yourself that you can't. That's probably half the battle there. Aries. The moon. You've got a lot of undisclosed energy here, Aries. Just got to put my fan on me. The Empress, the moon. I don't know. There could be a very toxic situation going on in a family. Like, it might not be toxic, but you got a 9 energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces or Virgo. And you've kind of got like this very smothered, can't breathe energy. Right? Can't breathe. Like, Aries. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, Jesus Christ, man. Is there a third energy here? Metaphysical and physical coming up. Again, like you've had before. Could be a 4, could be a life path 4 or Scorpio. Let's see. Lucy. Aries. Tarot reader. Someone's interested in tarot reading or doing tarot reading. Someone's in an alignment with what they're doing, working wise. This is also doing tarot readings and stuff for the people that do. And then your love life is here. There's working on a relationship. Like I said, it could well be the fact that someone is with someone here, but there are other things. Let's see, Aries. 9 of Swords, the 10 of Cups. Could be sleep deprivation here. Sleep deprivation. Finding it very difficult through an awakening. Through an awakening, you start watching a lot of tarot card readings or finding it difficult to sleep, and then you study during sleeping hours. you might start studying too much when you're supposed to be sleeping. Okay, which means you stay up late at night going over and over it and over it and over it in your mind. It could be that you do get that through an awakening. When you're waking up and you're dealing with something very karmically and you're having spiritual awakenings, your body is fucking acting all kinds of crazy. So you can find yourself like searching for messages and more messages and more messages and more messages and still coming up with the same. That's going to be one of the teaching segments, and I've actually listed it and wrote down a load of stuff. The dangers of too much tarot card readers, too many readers, because you end up undoing what you've already got. I've wrote it all down, so that is going to be on the teaching stuff there, because that's panic and worry that, you know, that you're not getting the right reading that's general when you're supposed to really just have like a personal one. If you're watching 10,000 tarot card readers and you've got the message but you're looking for another one and another one, you forget what message is actually yours and you end up just basically trying to turn your mind on the more of a positive message and think, oh no, I'm going to have that one because that's a good message, and that doesn't happen. Right? And you just find yourself like lost here through research. But it might just be general research that you're looking, you know, you're researching something else. Could be analytics. Interested in numbers and analytic stuff. Let's see. Aries. Yeah, there's a lot of waiting, Aries. There's money. There's money here, that's for sure. Money, money, money all over the place. So it's kind of like a dysfunctional, functional family group, if I'm honest. I'm also hearing community group. So group, or someone's grooming someone. I don't know. But group, council, Brooks Shields, or Brookback Mountain. So there's a same-sex relationship that's here. But I'm also hearing Brooke Shields. What am I hearing? Brooke Shields. The devil. Any messages that are coming from the devil? I don't really know you. See, who knows the devil? I don't really know you that well enough to just give you a dick. It might mean that a lot of you have just met someone and straight away they've said, look, show us your tits. And they're like, ooh, I don't know you that well. I don't really know you. Unless you've got fucking no idea who this person is at all. Like, you've got no idea. What's this to do with I don't really know you? I want to tell you so much. Again, but I don't think someone is. They're just holding back. Still holding back. Just holding back feelings and emotions. Still not really saying anything. They could just be dealing with the aftermath of, like, you know, needing to reach out and say something. And I got so much to tell you. How's your dick? Ace of Wands. I can still see you standing there. It is this person's fantasizing about Rudy bits here. About nudity. Nudity and Rudy bits. Well, but why not? You know, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying someone's fantasizing about sex with someone. What it would be like to have sex with this person. Or fantasizing about pictures that they may or may not have sent you here. Or about a person. But there's a lot of fantasy there. Knight of Pentacles. I was careless with you. You see, I was careless by not doing anything, because they're still not. They're still not doing anything. So if they feel as if they've been careless with someone, not making moves and not doing anything with no motivation and like just fantasizing, what good is fantasy? It means that someone just loves another teaching tier that I've got coming up, which is about the metaphysical, loving just basically not having to put effort into a relationship. And just loving the suckling dark energy of draining life forces. Okay. You know, I can do everything via a phone. I don't have to meet up, and we can just have a long distance relationship that's built off me draining your energy. Okay, so I don't have to commit to anything. I don't have to put any effort or work in towards anything at all. I just want a connection, that's it. Like, I just want to suckle onto someone's energy, feel warm and wanted, phone call them, but like it said phone call at your beginning, on a phone call long distance relationship. Well, that's where the struggle I went through here. Wanted to remain in a 6 months long distance, no video camera, just phone calls. I was so tired during that time, man. I haven't yawned so much in my life. What I haven't done since this ended is yawn. I haven't yawned and felt so tired. Like, because I was yawning. Every time when I talked to her, was I yawning. Oh, God, I can't. Straight away, all the time I was yawning, and it was coming across as so, like, rude, but I couldn't stop yawning. Because she was draining my fucking energy, life force and source of, okay, draining it by this energy, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that's why twin flames can come across so convincing, but teaching segment again. Okay, Six of Pentacles, still not putting in effort. Six of Pentacles. I forgive you. So someone's basically forgive and forgotten. Okay. The moon. I know you're watching me. So there's the moon saying about someone possibly stalking and spying and not knowing that they are. That's saying, I know you're watching me. So somebody really could be watching someone. But you've got to have proof. Like I said, if that's bothering you and saying, I know they're watching me, I know they're watching me, I know they are, you don't know, like me, people watch me all the fucking time, but I'm not bothered, like, because I do YouTube. my fucking Facebook page has got to be one of the most boring Facebook pages to stalk because I don't do anything. I don't really put anything out. I put music out, but that's probably it. The Empress. So good luck with that one. The Empress, because you'll get bored. I focused on you instead of my pain. You see, someone focused on this Empress, man. Capricorn had it for a while. Okay, where your card came up, Aries, the Emperor and the Empress. And it was in Capricorn readings, and it was all about the power play. I played too much of a power play where I never gave over like Adam and Eve. I wanted to remain in control too much that it got reversed on me. Okay, so I remained in control and stubborn and not moving with Capricorn energy. So it's not all of you, but this is what happened with me. Okay, no motivation, no showing oneself on camera, not planning on doing anything for 6 months and then still didn't turn up, draining my energy for fucking ages, making me wait for 6 months and then didn't turn up. Okay, and then it was a power play between the Emperor and the Empress, where I'm like, well, I can drop my ego. I'm, do you want to talk? Let's talk. What's wrong now? Something else is wrong. Because someone started to use too much power, freaked out, wouldn't move, wouldn't budge. The Empress sometimes doesn't budge or move or do fuck all. Or the Emperor, depending, in a power play, meaning like, I don't have to do anything. You just come to me. Okay, you come to me. But when I had someone that was refusing to fucking budge or move physically, metaphysically, they were always kind of coming to me. But physically, no, wouldn't budge, wouldn't literally get off their ass and get on a train or in a car and go, and wouldn't let me do that either. Okay, so I had to sit in a metaphysical connection with a person suckling on my energy that would refuse to physically take action. Okay, so that will be a teaching tier, but it's the same energy here. It's within the same reading. And it could be the same person that is spying and watching, and in the background there, like, Felix, Laura, still not doing anything, just like behind the shadows and behind the scenes, I focused on you instead of my pain. Okay. But still not budging, not moving, not doing anything. You don't have to focus on pain. You just don't have to fucking worry about it. Just take action. Some people think by doing nothing in life and just working on my mind is sorting out my mind. No, that's because you're thinking so negatively all of the time that you're actually undoing work. Right? No, I've got loads of preparation to do. I've got to get over PTSD, trauma, past relationships that have abandoned me, mother issues, father issues, ex issues. Oh my God, my ex slept with this person and that person and I can't possibly fucking move on. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to think about that all the time. Like, no, I'm going to wait 6 months. I have to put this work in. And then 6 months comes and you've got nowhere, you haven't done anything, and you still don't move. Because you're not recovered. In order to know that you're okay, is to convince yourself that you are recovered. You are no longer a heroin addict. You are no longer an alcoholic. Because you are not thinking about it, so you are not aware that it's in front of you. When you teach, okay, so because I used to be a drug therapy, but my therapy of how I teach is completely different. And this will be on the teaching tier, but I'll do a little bit here because it is kind of in your reading. When you are like a heroin addict or anything like that, they'll teach you to remain aware of your circumstances around you. So they'll say, like, replacement, be careful that when you come out of rehab and stuff like that, that when walking down the street, that you don't go into pubs and clubs and that you'll bump into people that take heroin and that they'll probably offer you something and blah, 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 right? As long as the years go on and on and on, eventually you have to tell yourself, after certain periods of staying away from people, eventually you have to kind of convince and know that you're actually recovered, that you're not thinking about drugs anymore. You're not going to AA or you're not going to NA, Narcotics Anonymous, because there are ex-addicts there. Ex-addicts can also trigger you off into, if one lapses, the other lapses. That's why I don't really agree with what do you call it, drug rehabilitation centre, because you are living with 36 to 40 to 50 or 100 ex-addicts. If one chain falls, you all do, because you end up selling out to one another, because one's relapsed, the other one gets wound up by the other one, and so on and so forth, and the chain continues, right? So the work and effort is basically best spent on you. Okay, which could be anything that can help you through it. Okay, so like medication, okay, locking yourself away, going on holiday or something and staying out of harm's way, recovering, okay, but whatever it is that you can do, you do that. But eventually you have to tell yourself recovered, because when you are out, you don't see any of that at all. You don't witness any of it. It just disappears. Naturally goes and disappears, and you don't see any of it because you haven't been thinking about it for fucking ages, right? It's a little bit like the same of this is so much teaching segment stuff coming out here, but like replacement, okay, replacement. So like food, for instance, right? If you've been eating lettuce and everything else and salads and really been enjoying them, eventually when you go into a supermarket and it's full of chocolate and crisps and fucking God knows what else, right? But you've been educated that long to be eating salads and decent food and nice food that's, you know, been calorie counting for quite some time. You've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months under your belt and you've been going along. Eventually when you walk into a supermarket, you'll just walk straight to the food aisle where all the lettuce and all of the fruits are, and you'll go straight to it, pick up what you want and go straight to the counter, because you won't see or realise that you have to go up that alleyway or you have to go down that path where all the chocolate and the crisps are. You don't wind yourself up, so eventually you just don't see it. Okay, so I would relate a lot of those kind of things to, like, you know, depending on a client that I was dealing with. But like, you know, when you're looking at energy, you're looking at energy and you're looking at trying to recover, you've kind of got this focus of not moving, not doing anything, fucking, you know, taking a lot of energy, taking a lot of time, focusing on you instead of like the recovery, you know. It's do it. Anything after thoughts, it just manifests fear. So you end up not, you know. Queen of Pentacles. I love myself enough to walk away. So again, man, y'all got someone that keeps trying to walk away and walk away and walk away. If they are walking away, this isn't, or walked away, this isn't going to represent anybody here. Queen of Cups. So you might, like I said, to walk away, you have to physically walk from someone. You can't metaphysically walk away from someone, okay? Because that's just everybody in the comment section. I walked away a long time ago. Well, you're still sore about it because you're mentioning it. Again, addiction. Okay, you're still mentioning it. It's still bringing it up. Okay, because you would have moved on by now and met someone new, and you would have literally, you know, got to start on about something else that's kind of going on in your life, right? So I am happy that it's over. So someone is, well, basically you're doing your best to actually leave each other, really, here for a lot of you. So these say, so let's see. Excuse me. I'm not doing that so much anymore because of the stop smoking. The devil. The devil. The King of Cups, man. You got the King and the Queen here. So basically within the land of tarot now, or the land of nod, and someone's on the nod, could be Johnny Depp. On the nod, that's what you call it in America, right? We don't really call it that in Britain. We call it gouging out. But yeah, on the nod, apparently, is like heroin addicts that's like on the nod all the time, right? But yeah, we call it gouging out. Gouging. King of Cups. So someone's fucking got a strong amount of passion and love for someone, and the King and the Queen here. So there really could be a third party, and this Queen could be like, fuck it, I'm out. Ace of Wands, but whether that be physically or metaphysically, I don't know. There's Leo energy here. There's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, either a Capricorn or Gemini placement there. And then you've got Aquarius, Leo. Yeah, I think this King is with this Queen, Leo energy. What's the Knight of Pentacles? Knight of Pentacles is a metaphysical connection. Again, it's draining. The Knight of Pentacles drains energy. It tries to, like as a spirit, it's just metaphysical. Metaphysics isn't there. I am nowhere to be seen. I'm just like a spirit that you can't see, okay? As a twin flame energy, it's just someone that latches on to energy to drain energy. It's also a part of Sagittarius, so it's an open fire sign, okay? But it's also a 5, which can mean Taurus, which is also fixed, okay? So when you look at numerology, it's obviously different, but it's still an energy that drains and then holds on to it, okay? That's why a Sagittarius can hold on to a lot of ego, because of its 5 energy, okay? Egocentric, egotistical, can also, like, you know, have temper tantrums and stuff, right? Because they can hold on to also possible resentment, depending on everywhere within one's chart completely. But that's still a metaphysical connection that is, like, you know, possibly trying to drain someone's energy. That would be like dark empath. Dark empath. Yeah, you've got this, like I said, someone's spying and stalking and possibly watching and just in the background of an ex or a metaphysical connection. 2 of Pentacles. There's the I've had enough, I'm walking away. Physically, just possibly not metaphysically. 5 of Pentacles is that again. So that's coming from Sag Taurus. And there's that not doing anything, lack of motivation, not working, not doing anything. I mean, it could be a retired housewife, or it could be like a grandmother or mother here. But again, there's like guilt, there's self-sabotage, there's issues, all kinds. The Moon, 6 of Wands. Now my energy is picked up and I'm moving on up. Oh, the death of a mother. Well, that's a Pisces' mother, like mine. That is also a life path 4 that clashes with my Scorpio rising, because she's a Taurus rising, which is fucked for me. But that's going to be another teaching video that I've got for numerology that's going to show you a hell of a lot. The Death card. Waiting, you see, waiting to know if it's ended or not. You see, physically, someone can say all day long, "Oh, I've had enough of this. I'm walking away," But metaphysically, no. Like, spirit stops you. They just keep you waiting. Queen of Pentacles, that's the one that got fed up, yeah, with waiting. And then I'm walking away. So whether they do physically or metaphysically, I don't know. Depending on how they feel. Queen of Cups. The Tower. Someone's having an emotional breakdown here. Could be this physical woman itself, but having a breakdown here. Eight of Pentacles. It's also avoiding someone's mood and temper. Six of Swords, moving away from it and just fed up with people that are bitching and moaning. Six of Swords. Queen again. You see, this Queen is the same one. I told you, it's a word. It said, I'm walking away. Okay, it's just a word on a card, that's all. Okay, and it's also repetition of people that copy other tarot readers when they've just looked at an Eight of Cups that represents a person walking from Eight of Cups. It's a card. That's why everyone says, I'm walking away and have walked away. It's because the card looks like it, but it isn't. You can't do that. You can't metaphysically. And it actually shows you in these cards itself here. The Queen of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords, right? The Queen of Pentacles goes back and is seen within this reading again here with the 9. So they go from a 10 to I'm pissed off, fed up, I'm walking away, 10. And then Spirit is like, no you don't. 9 of Swords, it's not over yet. So they start thinking, reminiscing, going over it in their mind, lack of sleep, trying to figure out what is going on and why can I not metaphysically walk away. Right? Because it's a spiritual connection. You cannot break a spirit. You can't see it. It's like time. That's why spiritual connection is metaphysical. Metaphysical is stuff you can't see and you can't break because you can't see it. You know, you might look at a clock and think, you know what, it's 12 o'clock, right? But you can't get hold of an invisible hand and think, oh, I just need it to go forward or back a little bit. It's still the same time. It's just the fact that the sun and the moon and stuff like that are all just moving around in different quarters of the earth and everything else, right? But time, it doesn't exist. It isn't there. So it doesn't matter what time or what it is that you do or say. It's a feeling. What's a feeling? I can feel it, but can you see it? If I was to pull out a feeling and say, look, there's my feeling, what would it look like? You'd have fucking no idea. Because it isn't there. There isn't a feeling that is there. It just affects the body and then it affects the mind. It's your mind that creates a feeling. 10 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. Fuck, now you got the King here now. You got the King and the Queen of... Did you have the Queen of Wands? Man, y'all got counterparts all over. There's a third energy here that's waiting because someone's with someone. King of Wands. Yeah, the Star Aquarian or Leo. Or a Leo Aquarius. This would normally represent Leo with an Aquarius moon or Aquarius placement. Leo Aquarius. Could all be in one's chart, maybe. Or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they can, like I said, it can also be paradox number 4s, 8s. Wow. So there you go, the happy medium wins all. It's just fucked it right up because the 10 of Pentacles is yourselves, but which is also Scorpio, 6 Gemini, which is also a Capricorn energy that's at the beginning, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is luck is on my side. So someone gets a huge payout, basically. Someone gets a huge payout like Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has just literally won his court case, okay, and he's winning all over the place. And a little while ago, I did the happy medium wins everything, which was Gemini. It was called that quite a few times. Okay, probably lost everything at that time, as is now winning everything. Okay, because of his name. He's built his name up, his company, his reputation, his, what do you call it, his reputation. Reputation beholds. Okay, so it's like the Johnny Depp bit. Okay, who even yourselves, you win here immensely. It's coming from like Gemini, Aries, the Wheel of Fortune, and then the Wheel of Fortune is decided upon karma of who gets everything here. And as far as we know in the media, this is also present if it be Johnny Depp. So this is Amber Heard having to pay him all of this money now. Okay, so if you guys are representing where someone has to pay you a load of money, or you're waiting for a payout or a payday or something like that, it arrives here. okay? Or someone just generally has a lot of this anyway. Aries, like, Aries is in my working sector. Aries is a great workhorse. Like, I always say, anywhere, if you want to save money, you need Taurus. If you want to earn money, you need an Aries placement. If you have both, you're quite good to go. Capricorn as well, possibly. Okay, Capricorn would also be driven to keep earning money, but Aries is also, I would say, more so really, because they'd be addicted to earning money in cash, but they might stay in the same job energy, where Aries would be more, could be, unless you've got both of those here, okay, but would be more driven of expanding a business to make more instead of just one job and sticking in that. Aries would look more towards owning company, but then opening another one and a franchise of another one and another one and becoming entrepreneurial. Capricorn could earn a lot of money, but I would say that they would stay put in one job. When it's secure, they would say, okay, that's a good job, that's what I earn, that's me. Okay, Aries would think, okay, that's a good lot of money, that's me, what else can I do? Okay, let's expand and open up another channel, or another channel, and then, or another enterprise, and another enterprise, you know, and then another one, and build a chain of chip shops, or fucking, you know, that would be more Aries than Capricorn for me. But yeah, whichever way it is, you've got a lot of money here. Okay, so that's your reading, Aries. I hope that people are watching this. Let me know in the comment section over on Patreon if you're watching this as an Aries placement or just out of interest. But I'm trying to keep an eye on my stats, because like I said, if I not, I mean, it'd have to be the same time as everybody else anyway, but I can spend an hour's worth of energy doing an Aries reading, and like 3 or 4 people watch it when I could be getting on with like you know, teaching stuff and YouTube. I've got to do YouTube as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter, guys. Thanks you so much. I really appreciate it. That is the end of the 12 now. So we'll be going back through them again, but I'm going to be doing some teaching segments, and I've got some other stuff to catch up on as well. So hang fire. I really appreciate all my patrons. Thank you so much. I really do. Keeps me going. And if you, like I said, if you want to join the teaching stuff, there's a little bit of complication in it, but you have to go into the memberships. Click on membership, okay, on your tabs of Patreon, and then like when you upgrade towards the teaching tier, when you click on it, it should just tell you how much you owe. Okay, not that much. It should say, okay, we're going to reduct from what you've paid here to go towards here. It should do that. Okay. Anyway, okay guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it.